Today we are starting organic chemistry, and the notes of which I will send you later, okay? Maybe today or maybe tomorrow, okay? First thing, what is organic chemistry? We say that chemistry dealing with carbon and its compounds are called organic chemistry. And the compounds, carbon compounds are called organic compounds. What is called organic? Organic means, organism. Most of the organisms, either living or non-living, they are all made from carbon. So most of the compounds in the nature are carbon compounds. We can't even count them. There are so many compounds. Like in our body, we got cells, we have blood. Everything is made up of carbon. Even wood, blackboard, wall, cement, everything all carbon compounds. Okay. Inorganic compounds other than carbon compounds are very much limited, but organic compounds are unlimited. Then second part, what are hydrocarbons? We say the compound formed between hydrogen and carbon only is called hydrocarbons. Compound between carbon and hydrogen only are called hydrocarbons. After that, we have to know catenation. There is a property, catenation. I have given in the notes, and this is very the same. Catenation. Catenation is the unique property or unique tendency of carbon atom to form an unlimited number of chains with other carbon atoms and with the other atoms to form numerous compounds in the nature. It is carbon which has the maximum combining ability. Carbon has the maximum combining ability to form various compounds or the numerous compounds in the nature. The unique tendency of carbon to combine with the other carbon atoms to form numerous compounds in the nature is called catenation. Catenation is the unique property. It is shown only by carbon. No other atom shows this property. I mean combining ability to form unlimited number of compounds in the nature. Why does carbon show this property? Carbon shows this property due to high covalency. Carbon is the most covalent in nature. It has the most tendency to combine, to share electrons with the other carbon atom and also with the other atom to form unlimited number of compounds. So catenation is a unique tendency or unique property shown only by carbon atoms. Now there are two categories of organic compounds. One is called aliphatic. First step is called aliphatic or open chain compound. We can call it open chain compounds. And the second one is called cyclic or aromatic compound. Just have an idea. They will not ask question on that, but just have an idea about it. Or aromatic compound. What is aliphatic or open chain compound? They are generally gases and they are generally liquid and solids. They form open chain of carbon and carbon chain will open up. So they are usually gases or they are usually gases. What is the example of aliphatic? We say methane. I will tell you what is the formula of methane and methane, then ethene, etc. Whatever compounds you have to study about in this syllabus, they all are aliphatic type. And aromatic compounds examples are cyclic compound. They are called also closed chain compound. Closed chain. They have carbon bonding in the form of closed chain. They form closed chain of carbon atom. Example is benzene. Just one example. Benzene. We have another example, phenol, etc. Hello, am I visible to you? Anybody else has having problem in seeing the board? Benzene formula is C6H6. C6H6. And when we write the structure form of benzene, it will come like this in the form of closed chain. It comes CH only write at all corners. CH. This is called closed chain compound. Just have a little idea about it. They will not ask you to give the structure form of benzene at all. But there are closed chain compounds, they are called cyclic or aromatic compound. And there are open chain compounds which are called aliphatic or open chain compounds. Hope you understood it. After this, you have to learn about homologous group or homologous series. Homologous group or series. What is a homologous group or series? We say it is a series or it is a group of organic compounds having similarities in properties and in formula, structural formula. They have similarities in their formula. And each member of homologous group differs the other member by a bond CH2. The difference between two successive members of this group will be CH2. Like in AP we have a common difference. No? Here the common difference is CH2 between two of the successive members. One example, suppose one member I add CH4. You can guess the next member. You have to add one carbon and two hydrogen. It becomes C2H6. Again one carbon you add becomes C3 and two hydrogen becomes H8. Keep on adding that C4H10 like that. That is one member, other member, consecutive member. The difference is CH2 between them. Similarly, if I write a compound C2H2, what is the value of formula of the next compound? C3H4. Good. Next one will come out H6. 2 you are adding. No, hydrogen 2 you are adding. Next will come out C5H8 and so on like that. Similarly, if I write one member as C2H5OH, what is the member? Second member value will come out. What is the value of second member? From this side you are adding. What is the value coming? C3H7OH. Other thing will be as it is. One carbon you add and two hydrogen you add. Then next member will become C4H9OH. These are the properties of members in homologous series or homologous group. When you find the next higher member, that is called higher homolog. When you find a back member, just a back member, that is called lower homolog. What is the lower homolog to C3H8? We say lower homolog is C2H6. Formula is this one. What is the next higher homolog of C3H8? Next higher homolog is C4H8. That is higher side you have to go. Lower means you have to go to the lower side, back side you have to go. Similarly, you may get a question for 1 mark. They may say then a hydrocarbon has a formula CXHY. What is the formula of its next higher homolog? Next higher homolog. What is the formula of this? Not necessarily. CX plus 1 and H at Y plus 2. You are adding plus 1 here and plus 2 here in hydrogen. So this is the formula of its next higher homolog. If they ask what is the formula of its lower homolog, it's lower homolog, just lower homolog. What is the formula of this? C. What do you write? Cx minus 1 and H Y minus 2. You are finding the back one, back member you are finding, back member, previous member you are finding. I hope you understood this. Yes? See? No, yes, this is X given out there. From X you subtract 1, no. You don't know this is what. This is X, no, there is the value X minus 1. Whatever the value of X is there, with that you subtract minus 1, and with Y you subtract 2. That way you will not write C like that. It is not given 2, no, so that you write C only. It is not given 2. C X is given, you write in terms of X only your answer. Okay. Now, what are the example of homologous group? Example, there are 3 groups. Many examples are there. We have example like alkanes, they all belong to alkenes, and the third one is alkyne. They all belong to the homologous group. Alkanes, alkenes and alkynes, etc. All are there, like all alcohol group, all acid group, all those groups, they all are homologous group.
All the members will follow this property, CH2 property, difference of CH2, and they will have similarities in their properties, and also they will have similarities in their formula. Okay. Now I will do one by one each one of them. You have to learn it. Alkanes. First is alkanes. Alkanes in IUPAC system is called AIN group. AIN group we call it. AIN group. This is called IUPAC system. What is the full form of IUPAC? I'll tell you. Question even may come. Give the full form of IUPAC. The full form of IUPAC is International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. That is the full form of IUPAC. In short, we call it IUPAC. UPAC. So in IUPAC system, we call it AIN. This is AIN group. Okay. Now the general formula of this group is over here. General formula. International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. Pure and Applied Chemistry. Okay. Though you will get in the notes also. Notes I will be sending you. There also you will find. Okay, fine. General formula of alkane group is this much. This is the general formula CnH2n plus 2. This is the general formula of alkane group or AIN group CnH2n plus 2. Now, when we put N value 1, if you put N value 1, this becomes one carbon it becomes. When one carbon comes any value, we call it meth. When N is equal to 2, when two carbons will come, then we call it eth. When N is equal to 3, we call it prop, P-R-O-P. When N is equal to 4 comes, we call it but, B-U-T. N is equal to 5 coming anywhere, we call it pent. N is equal to 6 coming, we call it hex. N is equal to 7 coming, we call it hep. And N is equal to 8 coming, we call it oct. Till number 8 only you are supposed to know. Actually, you don't have to know so much. Till 5, 6 is good enough. They will not ask you beyond that probably. Now, let us check. If I put N value 1 over here, what does it become? Let us see. It becomes C1. 1 we need not write, it's understood. H2 on the 2 plus 2, do the calculation, becomes CH4. And what name do we give it with? We'll give that one carbon is having, we call it meth. And this is belonging to this group, but because this is following this formula, we'll call it meth and end with N, methane. We call it methane. Can you check what is the next member? They are homologous group. No, homologous series. Next member we can find easily either by putting the value in the formula or by applying the bonding CH2 difference one. So you can add one carbon to C2H6. This is carbon 2 coming on overall, so we call it ethane. Right there, ethane. Next one will come. Next member C3H8. This is called propane. Next will come C4H10. This is called butane. Either we are applying the property of homologous group or we are putting the value there. We get the same answer. If you put 2 over here, this checks 2 to the 4 plus 2 becomes 6. So this becomes the formula. Put 3 here, C3, 2 to the 6 plus 2 become 8. So if you know the first member, we do it by the homologous property wise, it's easier. Keep on adding, you get one carbon, 2 hydrogen, you get the next member, and so on. What is the next homologue of propane? Next homologue of propane is butane. What is the lower homologue to propane? Or lower homologue? So we say ethane, back one. So like that we say. What is the first member of the alkane family or alkane group? CH, methane. What is the second member? Ethane. Third member is propane. Fourth member is butane. Fifth member will be pentane, hexane, and so on. And we write the structural formula also. This is called molecular formula. Now we write the structural formula also. How to write the structural formula? See, learn it here. Carbon has got 4 valency because in the last orbit of carbon there are 4 electrons. And hydrogen last orbit there is only 1 electron. That means carbon bonding will be 4 and hydrogen bonding is 1.
So one carbon is there. So we write carbon like this 1 1 1 like this. Carbon bonding we count first 1 2 3 4 and place hydrogen everywhere because sharing one more electron like this. So this is called the structural formula of methane. CH4. Visualize this. One electron is being shared with each hydrogen atom. Carbon bonding is 4. You can check also carbon bonding is becoming 4 now. 1 2 3 4. Hydrogen bonding is 1 1 1 1 1 everywhere. So it is complete. Now if they ask you to draw the structural formula of ethane structural formula I will be drawing here. You write carbon and two carbons are there. C2. So I write one carbon, another carbon. Now complete carbon bonding first. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. Make it 4. You can check also 1, 2, 3, 4. Carbons only one is there. Make it 4 like this. And put hydrogen. We have put a single bonding here like this. This is called C2H6. This is called ethane. The structural formula of ethane is this. They are all open chain, not a closed chain like benzene. So that's why they are called aliphatic. Okay, propane. Draw the formula of propane. I think you can try out yourself. Propane formula. Propane is getting 3 carbon is there. You write 1, 2, 3. Carbon bonding you complete like this 4. Make it 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This carbon 2 are there. There are 2. 1 here and 1 here. Make it 4 like this. Here and here. Now it is 1, 2, 3, 4. This is only one. Make it 4 like this. Put hydrogen everywhere. It becomes automatically hydrogen will become 8. You can count also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is the formula of propane. You can try the formula till butane. You can try it yourself also. Butane has got 4 carbon. That is we put 1, 2, 3, 4, and give a single bond between each carbon atom, and then complete the carbon bonding. You see, it automatically becomes C4H10. I think you should try yourself. I give a minute and just try out. Draw the structural formula of butane. Molecular formula is C4H10. Make a formula of C4H10. You must have made it. Have you made? Okay, done. Then please verify. I am doing it out here. Just verify whether you have done correctly or not. Like carbon. 4 carbon is right. 1 like this I put, make it 4. 1, 2, 3. Count also. This is 1, 2 is there. I put 4. 1, 2 there. I make it 4. The only one is there. I make it 4 by giving 3 bondings here. Put hydrogen everywhere. Hydrogen. Automatically it becomes C4H10. I must have done it, I suppose. Okay. Now, what do you see between two with the more than one carbon atoms coming out? How much is the bonding between any two carbon atoms? How much is the bonding? One bonding, single bonding coming. Such hydrocarbon with the single bonding between carbon atom is called saturated hydrocarbon. Saturated means they are less reactive. They are also called paraffins. Paraffins means less reactive because their carbon between two carbon atoms is only single bond. So they have less tendency to react. So they are called saturated form of hydrocarbon. I mean stable form of hydrocarbon. What are saturated hydrocarbons? The hydrocarbons with single bonding between any two carbon atoms is called saturated hydrocarbons. Between two carbon atoms is called saturated hydrocarbon. Saturated or stable hydrocarbon, they are also called paraffins. That means they are less reactive, they have less tendency to combine because they are already stable. And such hydrocarbons take part only in the substitution reaction because they are already stable, they are already complete, they are already saturated. So they do not take part in the addition reaction. They don't require any more hydrogen. They don't have ability to accept any more hydrogen. That's why they are called saturated form of hydrocarbon or saturated hydrocarbon. Then alkane members, all members of this family will be saturated hydrocarbon. What are the examples of saturated hydrocarbon? We can give methane, ethane, whatever I mentioned. All of them are saturated form of hydrocarbon or saturated hydrocarbon. Hope you understood this point also. Now we are doing this on the second group, alkenes. You will find all these things in my notes also I have given. So alkenes, this is called ene group, ene group. Last three letters of that ene. Alkenes in IUPAC system we call it ene group. And the general formula is CnH2n. Only CnH2n. That means hydrogen is exactly double of carbon. Hydrogen is exactly double of carbon. Now learn it well, this one. Hydrogen is exactly double of carbon. This time the first member does not exist in this group. First member here also does not exist, here also does not exist, because carbon 4 valencies will not be completed. It will not be shared by it, because there will be only 2 hydrogens which will not be completing the carbon valency. So these two. First member does not exist here and here. First member exists only the alkane group. Then you have to begin with the first member with n is equal to 2. So I cancel this one. There is no methane. We don't have any compound called methane. Methane does not exist. So you have to, first member will be ethene here. This is the first member of alkene group, ethene. So I'll write the formula of that. If you write the formula of that, the formula becomes C2H2 to the 4. Next one becomes C3H6, because hydrogen is exactly double of this. Either you apply the property of homologous group or apply the property of that double rule. Right? Hydrogen is double of this. C4H8. Next one will come C5H10 and so on will come. What do we call it? Carbon 2 atoms coming, we call it ethene. Next one will be called propene. You have to end up with ene group. Next member will be called butene. This is pentene. You have to write at the end ene. Like that it will go on. Okay, let us check the structural formula of ethene. A question comes, name the first member of alkane group. So we say ethene, because first member meth does not exist here. So we have to start with ethene. Okay. Even in the alkyne group also the first member will be ethyne. Yes. First member formula will be what? CH2, no? If you follow the formula for CH2, you should have 1 carbon and 2 hydrogen. So it won't be completed, no? Bonding will not be complete. You understand? So that's why first member does not exist here. Yeah, only methane and ethane we have. No, you may not, because you don't know whether methane is there, but methane does not exist, I'm telling you. Methane does not exist. It begins with ethene and ethyne. Okay, first member. Anyways, ethene, structural formula of ethene. Okay, structural formula of ethene will come in. There are 2 carbon. This time we will put double bond. You have to know this is the category of single bond, this is the category of double bond, and this is the category of triple bond. So between carbon and atom. We will put double bond between the carbon and atom, double bonding. And now carbon bonding should be 4 altogether. 2 are already omitted. Then it's 2 more add to that. 1 here and 1 here I can add. Make it 4. 2, 3, 4. Or you can change the position. You can add here and here. Anyhow you have to make it 4. 2, 3, 4. 1. You can make it this also. 2, 3, 4. You have this now. You can rotate the positions, but it has to be total bonding should be 4. So I write it here and here. And put H over here. Here also 2 is there. Make it 4 like this. H and H. So this is the structural formula of ethene. Ethene's structural formula is this one. You are showing the bonding between 2 carbon atoms as a double bond. This is the category of double bond. This is the category of triple bond between carbon atoms. Okay, so this is done. You can try propene. You can same pattern you can follow and try propene. Okay, make a formula of propene. The molecular formula is C3H6, but what is the structural formula? Let us see now. So propene will have 3 carbon, right? 1, 2, 3. Okay, now we have to put double bond, but double bond we will put only between any 2 carbon atoms. Okay, not everywhere else. Double bond don't put everywhere. At one place only we have to put between 2 carbon atoms. And that normally we put either from the beginning or from the end. So anywhere we can put, it is our wish. So I put from the beginning only here, double bond, other place I have to put single bond only. Only one place you have to use double bond and other place is single bond only. Now just complete the valency of carbon. 4 bonds are there, 2 are here, I make it 4, 2, 3, 4. Count here, 2 plus 1 becomes 3, so there is only one addition, make it 4. You can add down or you can add up. This carbon has got only one here, so I make it 4 like this. And now put hydrogen, 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 hydrogen and hydrogen here. So automatically it becomes, you can check now, C3H6 is becoming now 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Automatically it will become propene. The double bond, the idea is double bond not to keep it everywhere. Give it only at one place between 2 carbon atoms. And other places there will be single bond, and you have to give it either from the beginning or from the end. Now don't put in between. Butene, try for butene, try the formula of butene. Try the formula, I give a minute time. Write on the formula of butene yourself. C4H8 is the formula, then write on the structural formula of it. If you can read it, then I can understand how you have done. Tell me. You tell me how you have arranged carbon. Tell me. Okay. Then after, the first carbon is having how many hydrogen does it have? Okay. Yeah. And then after that, next carbon will have how much? Or there. The 3 are already there. How many hydrogen bonds will be there? How many hydrogen will come with it? Only one. Yes? Yes or no? Just check out here. 1 carbon, 2, 3, 4 carbon. Double bond you are putting in other place single bond. This carbon 2 are there, so I will make it 4 like this. 2, 3, 4. This position you can rotate, your wish. 2 and 1 is only there, so 1 hydrogen only will come here. 2, 3, 4. Carbon 1, 2 are there, so 2 hydrogen we need to put here. Make it 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Carbon only 1 is there, make it 4 like this. Now put hydrogen, hydrogen, hydrogen everywhere where you have given the bonding here. Put hydrogen like this. Hydrogen, hydrogen, hydrogen. Check it, automatically becomes around C4H8. Have you done like this? So instead of putting the double bond in the beginning, we could put even in the from the end. If I put from the end, from this side, just another way of doing it. I just show you here. Carbon I put double bond here, but don't put in between. Don't put in between. Put the double bond over here. Now I'll make it 4. That's 2, 3, 4. 2, 3 is there, I'll make it 4. 1, 2 is there, I'll make it 4. 1 is only there, I'll make it 4. So this way also you can do. This is also correct, but don't put the double bond over here. After 2 and after 2, don't put the double bond. There is a reason behind. Don't put it there. Put either from the beginning or from the end. Hope you understood it. Yes. Reason will come later, I'll tell you why. But just follow me what I am saying right now. Okay. You have to wait for, you will not understand now. Once afterward I will tell you the reason why it is like that. But just now you learn it not to put in between, put from the beginning either or from the inside. Yes? Yeah? Now we are doing this group now, alkyne group. ALKYNE is alkyne group and YNE is right there. Yne, YINE. And from general formula of this group is CnH2 and minus 2. When it was CnH2 and plus 2, it was this group, alkyne group. CnH2 and only this group. CnH2 and minus 2, then this is this group. Okay. Now here also first member does not exist. It begins with, I have already crossed over first member. First member starts with A value 2. That means it starts with it. Let us check what is the formula of this first member. Then after that we can work out using the homologous group property and see what formula it becomes. I will put 2. This becomes C2. 2 to the 4 minus 2 is becoming 2. C2H2 is the first member formula. And we call it ethyne. ETHYNE. Ethyne is commonly known as acetylene, very famous gas, acetylene gas. Acetylene gas has garlic smell, garlic can smell. Acetylene has garlic can smell, and it is used for ripening green fruits faster, like green mangoes, green bananas. We ripen them faster by this gas, acetylene gas. They are all gases. All these alkanes, and they are all open chain compound. They are gases, as I told you in the beginning only. Okay. Now, what is the value of base member? Homologous property wise, C3 and H. What do you write? 4. C4. What do you write now? H6. Next member. C5. C5 H8, and we call it propene. Propene. This is called propine, YAB. You have to end up with YAB. Propine, this is called butane, this is called pentane, and so on. Ethyne, propine, butane, pentane, hexide, heptane, octane, and so on will come. Okay. Let us check the structural formula. As I told you in the beginning, this is the one with the triple carbon bond. Triple. So ethyne formula, what you had, 2 carbons are there. You had 1 carbon, another carbon, triple bond between them, the carbon atoms. And now, only one is out here. We can do only one. You can put it here, or you can put it here. You can put it here. 3 plus 1 become 4. Here also you put it here. Put hydrogen here, it becomes. This hydrogen we could even put it here or here. We can put above. We can put above. It's all the same. So either of the way. So this is the structural formula of ethyne. Now let us give the structural formula of propine. You can try out and let me know how you have done. Propine. Structural formula of propine. Are you doing it? Tell me how. Everywhere is single bond, only at one place between 2 carbon atoms you put triple bond. Okay, either in the beginning or from the end, as I told you. And after that, tell me. Only one hydrogen will come there. Okay, fine. Second one no hydrogen. Good. Last one 3. Good. Yes, that's correct. We got it. So C3H4 and 1, 2, 3. Put triple bond here. Put single bond. Carbon 3 already has only one we can see there. You can put here. You have reached or anywhere else. I put it here. 3 plus 1 already 4 are there. So there is no vacancy in it. So I come to this now. 1 is only there, so I put make it 4 like this. H. It becomes C3H4. So similarly, you can try out for butane. Try writing the structural formula of butane. Right, okay. Written. Yeah, C4H6. Okay, tell me how. Yeah, right, I got it. Carry on. Correct. You could put a triple bond from the inside also. You could put it from the other side also, isn't it? As I told you, no, in between cannot put. The name will change now. Wait, no, please don't. I mean, just have some patience. Then you will come. I'll tell you everything. I won't miss out. I make sure. I will tell you why we do not keep. So then, when the time will come, I will tell you. Okay. So we could have done this way also. I put triple bond here like this. This is just the other way I'm trying.
From the beginning I said or from the end? So from the end I am trying on this 3 should make it 4. 3, 1 already complete here. 1, 2 is put 2. Only 1 is here, make it 4. I think you got that. And put hydrogen, 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 hydrogen here, and it becomes a structural formula of butyl. Yes. And you know the reason why in this case n equal to 1 does not exist. If you put 1 out there, let's check the answer. What is the answer coming? C1 and 2 1 is 2 minus 2. H is coming 0. It's coming only carbon. So there is no hydrocarbon. So it is not possible. So N is equal to 1 is only possible in alkane. Okay, not in the alkene, not in the alkyne. And what type of bonding we find here in alkyne group between two carbon atoms? What type of bonding is there? Triple bond. First case we have single bond everywhere. Second case we have double bond, but of course only in one place. And third case we are having triple bond. The hydrocarbons with the double or triple bonding. Yeah, please mute your sound. Just try to understand, hear me. The hydrocarbons with the double or triple bond between carbon atoms are called unsaturated hydrocarbons. Unsaturated means they are unstable type hydrocarbons. They are more reactive because of that. Because they have tendency to change from unsaturated to saturated form by taking part in the addition reaction only. So which type of hydrocarbons undergo addition reactions? We say unsaturated hydrocarbon. What are the examples of unsaturated hydrocarbon? Both alkenes and alkynes. Alkyne is the most unsaturated. Why? Because it contains triple bond. And alkene is the unsaturated hydrocarbon but less unsaturated than the alkyne members. And they may have tendency to become saturated. So in that order, they have tendency to take part in addition reaction. And first category, saturated hydrocarbons take part only in the substitution reaction. They cannot take part in addition reaction because they are already complete. So they don't have tendency to add up any more hydrogen in there. So they will take part in only substitution reactions. Question has come in the past many times. Which type of hydrocarbons take part in substitution reactions only? We say saturated. What are the example? Alkane members, all members of alkane groups, single bonded group. And what type of hydrocarbons take part in the addition reactions? We say unsaturated hydrocarbons. Examples can be alkenes and alkynes because they are unsaturated. Hope you understood this point. Yes. And what makes them to take part in the addition reaction? Because they contain double or triple carbon bonding. So that makes them to take part in the addition reaction. They have the ability to combine with some other hydrogen atom to change from double bond to single bond, to change into the saturated form of hydrocarbon. So there is a stable form of hydrocarbon. Hope you understood clearer. Yeah. So today we are doing this much. Tomorrow we will continue, and tomorrow only I will tell you the reason why we don't give the double bonding in between. I will tell you the reason tomorrow. Okay, you have to have a patience for it.